Hi everyone, this is Glass Arrow, and today, after the long awaited, I'm going to bring you the review of the Players Kai Justice League The Flash. It's the second one in this line, the first one being the Batman tactical suit version from the Justice League. As of right now, there is only two current Justice League Players Kai that are already announced. There are no other version of the Justice League member announced yet, but I'm still hoping, even though it's really unlikely that they're going to continue this line, maybe depend on how this figure sells. But now you can see that when comparing to Batman, the Flash is very small. Just with the outside box is very not as bulky as the Batman tactical suit. Other than that, the style of the artwork and the cover box is the same. Here is the inside. You can see the Flash, and out of the box you can see that he comes very minimally, as when he's already announced there is no other optional accessories. That is a very big letdown, considering that his price is almost exactly the same as the Batman tactical suit version. Okay, now let's take him out. Okay, here he is right now outside the box. The first thing that a little bit bothering me is that his face look a little bit strange, but the overall suit look okay, fine with me. But I think we have to take a closer look at him to get a better judgment of how his character looks. Okay, now before going into the main figure, let's check out the accessories first. For the accessories, these are a little bit kind of insulting to all the fans of Players Kai and even the Justice League. Even though the Flash has no a weapon or something that he usually use, giving him the price of the figures, and they only give us two sets of interchangeable hands, the one with the open hand and the fist hand, and on him is holding hands. That is very bad from the Square Enix side. I think maybe just like the first figure variant Players Kai DC Comics The Flash, they gave us a lot of accessories including the lightning effect, which you can change, take out and take it back into changing various poses. Okay, here is the Flash comparing to the tactical suit version Justice League Batman Players Kai. The Flash himself stands around 23 centimeters, comparing to the Batman tactical suit that is around 24 to 25 centimeters. So at least they got the scale okay, they got the scale right. But how he's comparing to the other Justice League version of the old Batman vs Superman version, let's check them out. Okay, so right now I'm posting the Wonder Woman and Superman from the Batman vs Superman Players Kai. You can see that there are slightly different height between the Justice League movie and the Batman vs Superman movie. The Batman vs Superman version of Players Kai are a little bit smaller scaling comparing size by size, but overall you can see that when they put together a little bit up in the front, they showcase very nicely. It is a little bit unwilling that maybe in the future if they at least release Aquaman or Cyborg to complete the Justice line would be great. Okay, let's take a closer look at the main figure, the Flash. As I already have told you, if you don't look at the face first, the suit and the color looks very great to me. The style of the armor work perfectly as the one in the Justice League movie, and I love all the battle damage, scratch and everything they put on him is look very good. They did a great job on this stuff. But if you look at the head, I don't know that it is quite accurate or not with the guy portraying the Flash. I think his face look a bit like too tidy or too smooth for me. But other than that, the helmet and everything, they look quite nicely. So overall, a decent sculpting and the paint job is okay. Now, what's about the articulation? First thing first, to set everything aside, as every other Play As Kai, they come with the ball joint on the elbow and everything that they stand out very differently. And this one got the black color, which can look a little bit strange. That's one of the bad side of Play As Kai figure, that joint is a little bit large, especially for the female figures. But other than that, I think they works okay on the joint. Okay, now starting from the head, you rotate quite freely. And for his shoulder, the piece is a rubber plastic, so there is no limit of motion for the shoulder joints. And the gap is not that wide, so it looks quite nicely if you pose him correctly. And for the elbow joint, normal wrist hand joint, standard Play As Kai stuff. Now for the torso, you can see that he can bend in quite a lot, but the problem is that if you bend him a lot, the problem lies in the back. On the back of this figure, you can see that if you bend him too much, there are big gap over here. Even though that if you put it back, it can crush this piece. So be careful when you try to pose him crunching. If you try to put him back, make sure that this piece does not cross over this one. This also applies to the hip joint, as in the back you can see that this part, it can overlap with this and overall can cause a lot of scratching problems. So make sure that it tucks in nicely like that. Okay. And for the knee joint, double knee joint like other Play As Kai. And for the foot joint. Okay. So in conclusion, for the Flash from Justice League Play As Kai movie, he's the decent figure with overall good sculpting, and the paint job on his suit is okay. I think they can make a lot of improvement on his face with some shading. But the downside of this figure is a lot, starting from the price, which is considerably very expensive. With the accessory they gave us is only a very small amount comparing to the tactical suit Batman. And I think they can also improve him a little bit in some other areas. With the Play As Kai joints, you can pose him in various ways, including some interesting ones. But it would be a lot better if they gave us some lightning effect. So overall, if you are Justice League fan and you have some cash to burn, maybe get the Flash figure if you want to complete your collection. But if you are not, you can wait him for some price drop, because I think this one not going to sell quite that well as the Batman tactical suit version. Okay, thank you everyone for watching this video. I will continue to bring you Play As Kai figure reviews, including all the Marvel, DC and Final Fantasy lines, and also Kingdom Hearts. So if you like them, please subscribe to this channel. Glass Arrow out.